What a great privilege to be here in front of you and to be with you on this continuation of our resistance. I want to look a little bit at the question of resistance, because every week we have come here and marched, and we say consistently, resistance is justified when people are occupied. Now, inevitably, the media and the politicians condemn us. This is a sign of our hatred, our incitement to violence. Let's think about this issue, though, of resistance being justified. What gives the Palestinian people the right to resist? And how have they acted on that right over the many decades of colonial occupation? Firstly, Palestinians do not need anyone's approval to defend themselves from occupation. But we should not forget that people worldwide have authorized Palestinian resistance to Zionist occupation. The UN General Assembly in 1990 expressly stated in Resolution 45130, and I want to quote it, "They reaffirm the legitimacy of the struggle of peoples for independence, territorial integrity, national unity and liberation from colonial domination, apartheid, and foreign occupation by all means available, including armed struggle." So Palestinians have the right to armed resistance. But one of the marks of the Palestinian people's magnificence, and it is nothing less than magnificent, is the varied and creative forms of their resistance. And most of their tactics are non-violent. The Palestinian scientist and author Mazen Komsia has written a book titled Popular Resistance in Palestine. In it, he documents the many ways Palestinians have resisted colonial occupation over the past century. This activism from below has included civil disobedience, tax strikes, petitions, boycotts, demonstrations, and building political alliances, including with Jews. Yes, Palestinian resistance has at times included the use of extreme weapons. Let me mention just one, a slap. 6 years ago, a 16-year-old Palestinian girl dared to slap an Israeli soldier who had just shot her cousin in the West Bank village of Nabi Saleh. The video of the slap went viral. An Israeli military court sentenced Ahad Tamimi to 8 months in prison. Her crime? Embarrassing the occupation. And let's not forget another form of resistance that Zionism sees as intolerable. Taking up a pen and writing. Yes, writing. This was the crime of the teacher and writer Rifat al-Arir for daring to write stories and poems and teaching others to express themselves. Al-Arir was hunted down and assassinated by Israeli drones just 1 month ago. And what was the weapon in his pocket at his death? An expo marker, a pen. In 2005, Palestinians devised another form of resistance. This was the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement, also called BDS. Now, Palestinians have been using boycotts since the British occupation a century ago of Palestine. But in 2005, they made a strategic shift by urging the international community to join them in refusing to do business with a criminal state. And that has been taken up by the world community, by people worldwide. True to form, in countries closely aligned with Israel, BDS was declared to be outrageous, discriminatory, illegal. In Canada, since his election as Prime Minister in 2015, Justin Trudeau has consistently condemned the BDS movement. Any political system, which Zionism is, that sees a slap, a professor teaching and writing, and a child learning as mortal dangers is doomed. And so Zionism must continue on its path of repression, spiraling ever further into brutality. Zionism might seem to be powerful, but Zionism is in fact speeding towards its end. And it is dragging other repressive systems and states with it. We're in a crisis. This is a crisis of morality, a crisis of political leadership, a life and death crisis for millions of people in Gaza. Fortunately, to tackle this crisis, we people have the brilliant example of the Palestinians. Our task is to learn the lessons of resistance from them, to take the resistance campaign into all aspects of Canadian life, using every creative impulse and bit of ingenuity at our command. To live up to the courageous example of Palestinian resistance. As we take up our act of resistance today, of rallying and marching, let's remember to reach out to those we see on the march. For while we are all Palestinians, they are all Palestinians too. They just might not know it yet. So when you see them, smile, acknowledge them, thank them for their support, because they will be with us in the days and weeks to come as well.